Good morning, everyone. I hope you're safe. I was at a workshop in December and spoke about this, and a lot of people said that it was helpful and it was kind of good to talk. And from a selfish perspective, it's good to talk, and I know if I talk about this, it'll help as well. I wanted to talk about anxiety, something that I've struggled with, and I know a lot of other people do. It's Mental Health Awareness middle of this month, but I thought it was good to get it out now because I think a lot of people will be struggling with similar things at the moment with lockdown. So first I want to thank the NHS, the North Herts mental health team, the sort of friends, family and everyone around me, and the Tears of Freedom programme with Jason Greystone, which is predominantly around wealth, but actually it's a amazing community that's kind of helped me, and I've been able to talk freely, and a lot of other people do as well. So I've suffered and still do a little bit with anxiety. I've always been a very anxious person from a young age. I think my brother will probably definitely agree to that one. And kind of started to come to its head around sort of A-level time. Really struggled with A-levels, didn't do very well, but got very anxious about exams and bits, and kind of went on from there. And it's probably compounded by I bottle things up. I don't like talking about stuff, and then it gets worse and worse, and the little bits sort of, it's that kind of compounding effect. The impact was massive. It's probably a really good clickbait title for this, but I was on drugs a lot. So when I was playing rugby, I was on drugs. When I got married, when I travelled, on drugs each time. The drug of choice was Imodium because I was had a bathroom anxiety. But at least I wasn't going to get stopped at the airport for it. But I basically impacted so much of my life. I spent my wedding day thinking about whether I'd be able to go to the bathroom. I would be on trips. I've been to some amazing places. Been to LA, San Francisco, Melbourne, Australia. Been to Seoul. Been to most of the European countries, and I've hardly experienced anything. And all I do is go from the hotel to the office to maybe a meal out, but try and avoid everything because I was kind of always worried. So I had amazing opportunities and kind of ruined them all. I've also impacted, it's early. I've impacted life for the kids. I get incredibly frustrated with them. I want them to get going because I don't want to be sort of sat around. And it got to a point where a 5-minute taxi ride into town, I'd be anxious about sort of needing the toilet on the way. So I basically tried to stop doing loads of stuff. I got to a breaking point, sat on a plane, sent my wife a text message kind of saying this can't go on like this, I need to get some help. So went and talked to the GP referred me to the mental health team, and we did CBT, and it was really just that kind of talking to someone, understanding this is very common, and then we started to work through the sort of toolkit. So we removed the kit I had, so kind of I always had some Imodium and bits that started to get rid of those, started to do some small tests, so going out doing certain things, sort of exposing myself to a little bit of risk as I'd perceived it. But one of the big things was kind of labeling it. So when I had that feeling, sensation, it was stop, think about it, realize that it's fake, label it, and then kind of move on. If I was struggling, the trick was to focus on something else. So sight, sound, smell, listen to someone else's conversation, listen to some the music in the background of the coffee shop, stuff like that really helped. But one of the biggest things was just kind of saying yes to stuff. I was kind of avoiding doing so much stuff. It was just starting to say yes. So whether it was like long car trips or holidays, dinners out, stuff like that, it was just say yes, and that was hugely powerful. Now don't just do the say yes to everything when you're in your work context, because you'll end up with too much work, and that'll be for a different video. But one of the things I wanted people to know is it's not an instant fix, but it shouldn't take a long time. If you take a long time on this, go talk to someone else. Everyone's different, so you need to find someone that works with you, but it shouldn't take a long time to start seeing the progress on this. So I'm not fixed yet. I guess I'm not broken because this is normal for people. Everyone gets anxious. I'm just a little bit different. But I went to India and we did a 2-hour taxi ride, which would have been horrific, but it was fine. We went and had dinner at this beautiful restaurant on the top of a hill, and that was amazing. And I kind of sat there and went, these are the experiences that I should have had all along and that I've missed out on, so I'm not doing it again. So that's why it's kind of key to get help. Getting over anxiety kind of feels like climbing a mountain, but what you'll find is every time you take a couple of steps forward, that kind of 1% marginal gain stuff feels a little bit better. You feel like, oh, actually I'm a bit of the way up here, I can make it. Then you'll take a few more steps, you'll feel stronger, and you'll keep going. So it's amazing, just keep that momentum going up. And then before you know it, you'll be kind of stood at the top of that mountain wondering what all the kind of fuss was about. So hope this was helpful. If you want to talk, please let me know, engage, have a conversation, or just go talk to someone about it. Start with a friend, start with family, and then go from there. But anyway, have a fantastic day, and thank you again to everyone that helped me.